당신은 진짜
I just want it to be special.
And it can't be special in my house.
I know this sounds weird.
Okay, I know this sounds weird, but I just need to have my things around me.
I just need to have my things around me. Pants.
I can't wait till next week.
Me neither.
I just want to keep. I just want my life move on. Right?
I'm raising your children.
I am just trying to move on with my life.
With my life. I'm just trying to move on with my life. I'm just trying to keep on with my life. I'm just trying to keep on with my life. I'm just trying to move on with my life.
I'm raising your children.
I am just trying to move on with my life.
I am just trying to move on with my life. I am just trying to move on with my life. I am just trying to move on with my life. I am just trying to move on with my life. I am just trying to move on with my life. I am just trying to move on with my life. 당신과는 천천히
I'm raising your children.
I am just trying to move on with my life. It is nothing to be ashamed of.
Okay, I tell you what then.
There is nothing to be ashamed of. 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 There is nothing to be ashamed of.
I'm raising your children.
I am just trying to move on with my life. It is nothing to be ashamed of.
Oh, okay. I tell you what then.
There is nothing to be ashamed of. There is nothing to be ashamed of. I can't believe you try to kill me. I can't believe you try to kill me. I can't believe you try to kill me.
I can't believe you tried to kill me.
Yes, well, I feel badly about that. I told you.
I can't believe you try to kill me.
I told you.
I can't believe you try to kill me. I can't believe you try to kill me. I can't believe you try to kill me.
I can't believe you tried to kill me.
Yes, well, I feel badly about that. I told you.
I can't believe you try to kill me. I can't believe you try to kill me. I can't believe you try to kill me. I can't believe you try to kill me.
I can't believe you tried to kill me.
Yes, well, I feel badly about that. I told you.
I can't believe you try to kill me. I can't believe you try to kill me.
I mean, Claire did okay with the kids yesterday, but that could have been beginner's luck.
That could have been beginner's luck. Can I call?
You think I should call? I should call.
Lynette, for the first time in years, you finally have some free time, and you're
She will get through this. She will get through this. She will get through this.
Don't worry about Edie. She's a strong lady. Absolutely. She'll get through this.
She'll get through this. She'll get through this. She'll get through this. She'll get through this. She'll get through this. She'll get through this. She will get through this. She will get through this. She will get through this. She'll 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 get through this.
You think I should call? I should call.
Lynette, for the first time in years, you finally have some free time, and you're wasting it obsessing about the kids. It's just, I don't know this woman. I mean, not really. So she has a degree in sociology. What big
Must be having a lot of fun on your business trip. I can only imagine.
Unless you call me back. Unless you call me back. I'm gonna. Unless you call me back, I'm gonna find a. Unless you call me back, I'm gonna taking the flight and joining you. Unless you call me back, I'm gonna taking a flight and joining you. Unless you call me back, I'm gonna taking a flight and joining you.
And I want to have some fun too, so unless you call me back by noon, we are getting on a plane and joining you.
Unless you call me back by noon, we are getting on a plane and joining you. Unless you call me back by noon, we are getting on a plane and joining you. Unless you call me back by noon, we are getting on a plane and joining you. Unless you call me back by noon, we are getting on a plane and joining you.
Must be having a lot of fun on your business trip. I can only imagine. And I want to have some fun too, so unless you call me back by noon, we are getting on a plane and joining you.
So unless you call me back by noon, we are getting on a plane and joining you. So unless you call me back by noon, we are getting on a plane and joining you.
It's just, I don't know this woman. I mean, not really. So she has a degree in sociology. What big deal? Who doesn't? Boys are a lot to handle. What if she's not up to it?
My boys are a lot to handle. A lot to handle. My boys are a lot to handle. My boys are a lot to handle. My boys are a lot to handle. What if she's not up to it? What if she's not up to it? What if she's not up to it?
It's just, I don't know this woman. I mean, not really. So she has a degree in sociology. What big deal? Who doesn't? My boys are a lot to handle. What if she's not up to it?
My boys are a lot to handle. What if she's not up to handle? My boys are a lot to handle. What if she's not up to handle? She's not up to it. What if she's not up to it? What if she's not up to it?
Andrew, I spent 3 hours cooking this meal. How do you think
How do you think you could? How do you think? 기억이 안 나.
it makes me feel when you say it's okay in that sullen tone?
How do you think it makes me feel when you say it's okay and in that certain tone? How do you think?
Andrew, I spent 3 hours cooking this meal. How do you think it makes me feel when you say it's okay in that sullen tone?
How do you think it makes me feel when you say it's okay in that certain tone? How do you think it makes me feel when you say it's okay in that certain tone? How do you think it makes me feel when you say it's okay in that certain tone? How do you think it makes me feel when you say it's okay in this certain tone?
My boys are a lot to handle. What if she's not up to it? You know, if you really have that many doubts, you should go buy a hidden camera.
Hidden camera.
Days after my funeral, Lynette replaced her grief with a much more useful emotion.
This is the fifth message, and you haven't called me back. Honey, this is the fifth message, and you haven't called me back. Honey, this is the fifth message, and you haven't called me back.
Tom, this is my 5th message and you still haven't called me back.
Tom, this is my 5th message, and you still haven't called me back. Tom, this is my 5th message, and you still haven't called me back. 아우 깜짝이야. Honey, Tom, this is my 5th message, and you still haven't called me back. Honey, Tom, this is my 5th message, and you still haven't called me back. 잠시만은 천천히.
They do terrible things when they think no one's watching them.
Yeah.
Behavior is one of the warning signs, and you have been as fresh as paint for the last 6 months.
That certainly would explain why you're always locked in the bathroom. That would certainly explain why you're always locked in the bathroom. That would certainly explain why you're always locked in the bathroom.
Would explain why you're always locked in the bathroom.
Just me.
That certainly would explain why you're always locked in bathroom. That certainly would explain why you're always locked in bathroom. That certainly would explain why you're always locked in bathroom. That certainly would explain why you're always locked in bathroom. That certainly would explain why you're always locked in bathroom. That certainly would explain why you're always locked in bathroom. That certainly would explain why you're always locked in bathroom. That certainly would explain why you're always locked in bathroom.
People do terrible things when they think no one's watching them.
Yeah,
I can get it.
I don't really think I could videotape Claire. It would be a breach of trust.
It would be a breach of trust. It would be a breach of trust. It would be a breach of trust. Breach. How? It's like. It tastes like it's burned and undercooked. It tastes like it's burned and undercooked. It tastes like it's burned and undercooked.
Dude, it tastes like it's burned and undercooked.
It tastes like it's burned and undercooked. It is undercooked. It is burned and undercooked. It is undercooked. It is burned and undercooked. It is like it's burned and undercooked. It is like it's burned and undercooked.
I'm just curious. I mean, he moves out, moves back in. Is he back for good?
당신과는 진짜
You're gonna cancel it. The boys are in rare form, and you're still finding your way.
You're still finding your way.
So if you're not sure he's back for good, why are you ironing his shirts?
Hey, Susan.
Hi, Mike. I brought you a little housewarming gift.
Probably I should have come by earlier. Probably I should have come by earlier. Probably I should have come by earlier.
I wish you'd brought something by earlier, but
Actually, you were the first in the neighborhood to stop by.
really?
I probably should have brought something by earlier. I probably should have brought something by earlier. I probably should have brought something by earlier. I probably should have brought something by 뭐야 이게?
Not in the context of the conversation.
Hey.
People are starting to stare. Can you keep your voice down, please? People start to stare. People start to stare. Can you keep your voice down, please? People start to stare. Can you keep your voice down, please? People start to stare. People start to People start to stare. Can you keep your voice down, please? People start to stare. Can you keep your voice down, please?
We're starting to stare. Can you keep your voice down, please?
Absolutely. Wouldn't want them to think we're not happy.
People are starting to stare. People are starting to stare. People are starting to stare. Can you keep your voice down, please? People are starting to stare. Can you keep your voice down, please? People are starting to stare. 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 Can you keep your voice down, please? People are starting to stare.
Bieber, I think she's been shot. There's blood everywhere. Yes.
You got to send an ambulance. You got to send one right now. You got to send an ambulance. You got to send one right now. You got to send an ambulance. You got to send one right now.
You've got to send an ambulance. You've got to send one right now.
These guys built a mediocre piece of software that might be worth something someday, and now they live here.
There's money flying over in Silicon Valley, but none of it ever seems to hit us. There's money flying over in Silicon Valley, but none of it ever seems to hit us.
Money flying all over Silicon Valley, but none of it ever seems to hit us.
There's money flying over the Silicon Valley, but none of it ever seems to hit us. There's money flying over the Silicon Valley, but none of it ever seems to hit us. There's money flying over the Silicon Valley, but none of it ever seems to hit us. There's money flying over the Silicon Valley, but none of it ever seems to hit us. There's money flying over the Silicon Valley, but none of it ever seems to hit us. There's money flying over the Silicon Valley, but none of it ever seems to hit us.
They can pay for it, and
I'm boring myself just talking about this. I'm boring myself just talking about this. I'm boring myself just talking about this. Just talking about this.
Come and take me. Come and take me. Here I
아이고야 이게 뭐야?
the hell?
I'm so sorry. I thought there was someone in the house.
당신과는
The hell?
I'm so sorry. I thought there was someone in the house.
Took your clothes off?
My clothes were already off. I was going to seduce you.
당신과는
Later that day, while Claire was out getting the boys wired on ice cream, Lynette did some wiring on her own.
Father sent him to a psycho ward.
Actually, they call it a rehabilitation center.
Rehabilitation center.
Paul is his father. Has a right to know his son's okay. Paul is his father. Has a right to know his son's okay. And if he finds out you're hiding him, you're getting a lot of trouble.
You could get in trouble. You could get in a lot of trouble. You could get in a lot of trouble. 아이고야, you could get in a lot of trouble. You could get in a lot of trouble. You could get in a lot of trouble. A lot of trouble. You could get in 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 a lot of trouble. 아이고 했어. You could get in a lot of trouble. You could get in a lot of trouble. You could get in a lot of trouble. A lot of trouble. A lot of trouble. A lot of trouble.
Has a right to know his son's okay. And if he finds out you're hiding him, you're getting a lot of trouble.
It's just, I don't know this woman. I mean, not really. So she has a degree in sociology. What big deal? Who doesn't?
Our son's a lot to handle. What if she's not up to it? My boss is
Boys are a lot to handle. What if she's not up to it?
올라샤? 그래? My boss is a lot to handle. What if she's not up to it? My boss is a lot to handle. What if she's...
If you knew what Zach had been through.
Julie, it's okay.
Listen, if Paul sees Zach and freaks out.
I'll bring him right back.
Young lady, we need to talk about what you did. I really don't feel like talking to you right now.
We need to talk about what you did.
I heard you moved back home.
Yeah, I had to. We had some problems with Andrew.
You don't really want to leave her.
Please don't psychoanalyze me.
Please don't psychoanalyze me. Psychoanalyze.
You don't really want to leave her.
Please don't psychoanalyze me.
You're still in love with her.
I never said I wasn't.
You're still in love with her?
You're still in love with her?
I never said I wasn't.
Then why divorce?
So now you're rooting for us two crazy kids to win.
Now you're rooting for us two crazy kids to work it out? 이거 외우고 싶은 게 없어.
Even if I could find a way to deal with Bree's whole obsessive compulsive thing, it's not the only problem in our marriage. Because she'd say no.
No? I've said no to some things you've asked me to do.
아니 여기 이것만 굉장히 많지?
Days after my funeral, Lynette replaced her grief with a much more useful emotion.
Tom, this is my 5th message, and you still haven't called me back. Tom, this is my 5th message, and you still haven't called me back. Tom, this is my 5th message, and you still haven't called me back.
Tom, this is my 5th message and you still haven't called me back.
You still haven't called me back. You still haven't called me back. You still haven't called me back.
Sometimes when you love somebody, I have to warn you, this might hurt a little bit.
This might hurt a little bit.
Tanaka's still at large, and they're going to want girls to flip on. So this is their way of playing hardball. Pretty much anything. It's all fair game if they even think they can trace it to ill-gotten gains.
Ill-gotten gains. Ill-gotten gains. It's all fair game if they even think they can trace it to ill-gotten gains.
Pretty much anything. It's all fair game if they even think they can trace it to ill-gotten gains.
No. Some of this stuff is mine when I modeled, before I even met Carlos. No. Some of this stuff is mine when I modeled, before I even met Carlos. See, this? Costa Boda, bought it when I landed my first cover. See, this? Costa Boda, bought it when I landed my first cover. This? I spent 8 hours on a rock in a bikini for that painting.
I understand how you feel.
This? I spent 8 hours on a rock in a bikini for that painting.
I understand how you feel.
No, you don't understand. I have dug myself up from dirt to afford these things, and no one is going to take them away from me.
I have dug myself up from dirt to afford these things, and no one is going to take them. No one is going to take them away from me. I have dug myself up from dirt to afford these things, and no one is going to take them away from me. I have dug myself up from dirt to afford these things, and no one is going to take them away from me. I have dug myself up from dirt to afford.
This, I spent 8 hours on a rock in a bikini for that painting.
I understand how you feel.
No, you don't understand. I have dug myself up from dirt to afford these things, and no
Dug
one is
myself
going to take them away from me.
I have dug myself from dirt to afford these things. I have dug myself up. Dug myself up. Dug myself up. I have dug myself from dirt. I have dug myself from dirt.
People do terrible things when they think no one's watching them.
Yeah.
Breach that breach of trust.
I don't really think I could videotape Claire. It would be a breach of trust.
It will be a breach of trust. It will be a breach of trust.
Susan.
Hi, Mike. I brought you a little housewarming gift.
I probably should have brought something by earlier. I probably should have brought something by earlier. I probably should have brought something by earlier.
We should have brought something by earlier.
Actually, you're the first.
You don't understand. I have dug myself up from dirt to afford these things, and no one is going to take them away from me.
Then I suggest you find yourself a good hiding place.
I suggest you find yourself a good hiding place.
Oh, and if you could scare up that passport too, that would be good.
That would be good.
Oh, and if you could scare up that passport too, that would be good.
Oh, hi, Gabrielle. Hi. Oh, hi, Gabrielle. Hi. What have you got there?
My china. I know how you've always loved it, and I thought you might want to borrow it for a
I
while.
thought you might want to borrow it for a while. 당신과는 천천히
They do terrible things when they think no one's watching them.
Yeah.
당신과는 천천히 음.